Hi, my name is Dr. Ruth Odoy. I'm a board certified internal medicine physician and also the CEO and founder of Oasis Women's Functional Medicine. We are a women's functional medicine located in the New York area. So today I'm here to talk about adrenal fatigue, which is a term used to describe a state where your adrenal glands, which are little powerhouses that produce hormones like cortisol, have become overworked due to chronic stress. So in conventional medicine, when we think about the adrenals, we think about them in the extremes where you are making a lot of cortisol, which is called Cushing's syndrome or Cushing's disease, or you are making very little cortisol, which is called Addison's. And for a fun fact, note below in the comment, there is a big US president who actually suffered with Addison's disease. But back to my video. So that's for conventional medicine. We normally look at Cushing's or Addison's, which is very extreme. But we do know the big segment of the population that falls in the middle. But conventional testing does not look at that. So, what are some of the signs and symptoms that your adrenal glands might be struggling? First is persistent fatigue, where you are feeling tired all the time, even after a full night's sleep. Second is difficulty waking up, difficulty managing your cravings for salt and sugar, mood swings, and also brain fog. So, if you are experiencing any of these symptoms, you should continue listening because it could be an indicator that your adrenal gland might be suffering and might be struggling. So, what are the adrenal glands? They are tiny little organs that are located above your kidneys. And when we look at the different layers of the adrenal gland, we have the first layer, which produces salt. It really manages the salt absorption in your body. And so when we see dysfunction in this area, it often leads to high blood pressure and sometimes muscle weakness because your electrolyte balance becomes compromised. Okay. The next part of the adrenal gland is the part that makes sex hormones. So that is also, you begin to experience some menopausal symptoms when this area of the adrenal gland is compromised due to chronic stress. The third part of your adrenal is what makes the cortisol. And once cortisol is made in response to stress, it leads to the production of epinephrine and norepinephrine. And epinephrine and norepinephrine also then causes increased heart rate and basically energy to your muscles because your body is sensing stress and it's like, let's run. And so, back in the day where dinosaurs roamed the earth, that was a perfect system where your body perceives stress like there is, a dangerous, animal coming after you. So you have to run. So you need this system, okay, that it's there to preserve your life. But persistent exposure to cortisol and, production of epinephrine and norepinephrine is also not good because it leads to different chronic diseases that I mentioned earlier, high blood pressure, high cortisol levels, which is also not healthy. So, the mainstay of a healthy adrenal gland is really chronic stress management. We normally have a plan for everything, right? You have a plan for what you will eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or a plan for your finances. And so I am here to encourage you that in order to experience a good health for your adrenal glands, you need a stress management plan because your body does not know the difference between a lion coming after you versus like a mean boss that you are dealing with at work. And stress in life is not avoidable. Whether it's good stress or toxic stress, you can't avoid stress. So you have to have a management plan for stress. The first step is good nutrition. You want to eat foods that are wholesome, that contain high vitamin C, high in minerals and electrolytes, because these things are needed within the adrenal glands to support the adrenal gland. And when we talk about stress management, as far as deep breathing, meditation, avoiding toxic environments or toxic people, it is not just something pretty or something, it's good if you can do this. It's really essential for your survival. It's essential for your prevention of chronic diseases like high blood pressure and type 2 diabetes, heart disease, that you manage your stress, that you manage your environment, that you avoid toxic environment. And if it's unavoidable, that you have a plan to manage it, okay? So, one main thing that I want you to leave with this video is that, one, if you are struggling with some of these symptoms I talked about, it is so important that you have your adrenal glands checked at a detailed level, not just whether it's producing enough cortisol or it's producing too much cortisol. You want to see the levels of your cortisol throughout the day to make sure that it matches the physiologic state that it's meant to be. And that's the type of testing that we do in my practice as a functional medicine doctor. The other thing you want to look at is your nutrition. I mentioned that already. I may come back and go into more details with that. If you are interested, please make sure you mention that in the comment, and I'm happy to talk about that more. So we do that testing here at Oasis Women's Functional Medicine to look at your cortisol levels to make sure that your adrenal glands are healthy. So this, is, if you don't leave with anything, I want you to have a plan for stress management, because it really it leads to a healthy adrenal gland, and therefore prevention of chronic diseases, which is my main passion and why I went into functional medicine. I want to be able to avoid or be able to start testing people way ahead of time before these sort of minor or common symptoms actually leads to a chronic medical condition where you are stuck taking medications every single day. So if this is of interest, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I will be here every week to provide some value and some teaching on these things that impact your overall well-being. With that being said, stay well, and I look forward to supporting you and your path to renewed energy. Thank you.